Vladimir Putin's oil is burning yet again. This time, Ukraine has delivered a fiery warning straight to the Kremlin. In a series of coordinated drone strikes, Kiev has crippled critical Russian oil infrastructure, igniting massive infernos and sending shockwaves deep into Russian territory. These aren't random hits. They form part of a deliberate strategy to choke off Russia's oil lifelines, one explosion at a time. Ukraine has realized that Western sanctions alone can't break Moscow's energy juggernaut. What truly hurts Russia is the precision destruction of its oil assets. And right now, Putin's once booming oil economy is on the brink of collapse. One of the most devastating blows came in Sochi, deep in Krasnodar Krai, more than 300 miles from the front lines. Hidden near the city's airport is Rosneft's Adler oil depot, a key storage hub holding thousands of tons of oil for either the Russian military or for export to nations still willing to buy Putin's crude. But last weekend, that oil turned into a roaring firestorm. A Ukrainian drone strike ignited around 528,000 gallons, about 1,700 metric tons, of fuel. Despite the depot's massive size, with 41 giant storage tanks, Ukraine's targeted precision proved that even Russia's most protected facilities are vulnerable. As usual, Russian officials rushed to spin the story. Krasnodar's governor, Mikhail Kadyakov, blamed the blaze on drone debris, the familiar Kremlin excuse. But reality was harder to hide. Social media flooded with footage showing flames illuminating the night sky, and one chilling video captured a Ukrainian drone plunging straight into the depot, silent, unstoppable, and devastatingly accurate. The strike didn't just destroy oil. It forced Sochi's airport to shut down, grounding flights and throwing residents into panic. And Sochi wasn't the only city under fire. Almost simultaneously, Ukraine unleashed another wave of drones on Voronezh. 15 drones swarmed over the city and surrounding districts. While Russia boasted of shooting some down, others punched through, hitting private homes, and more importantly, the Annanefteprodukt oil storage facility. Independent outlets like News Sky and Al Jazeera confirmed that multiple strategic sites were struck, despite Russia's layered air defenses and powerful electronic warfare systems. Ukraine's drone offensive stretched even further. Additional strikes damaged an oil refinery in Ryazan, a military airfield in Primorsko-Akhtarsk, and a factory in Penza producing vital electronics for Russia's military. These deep strikes are no longer rare, they're routine. On August 2nd alone, Russia claimed to have intercepted 338 drones. But the charred remains of fuel tanks tell a different story. Ukraine's strategy is clear. Swarm Russia's skies with mass drone attacks, strike from multiple directions, and overwhelm defenses until something breaks. Behind these attacks is a rapidly evolving drone program. Ukraine isn't just using drones, it's redefining how they're deployed. AI-powered mothership drones now carry and release FPVs hundreds of miles into enemy territory, while new systems operate beyond traditional radio limits. These innovations mean more oil depots will burn, more fuel lines will be severed, and Putin's war machine will run slower every month. For Ukraine, this is more than battlefield disruption. It's economic warfare. Oil and gas make up to half of Russia's federal budget. By dismantling refineries, storage facilities, and pipelines, Ukraine is not only starving Russia's tanks and planes of fuel, but also cutting into the profits that bankroll Putin's invasion. Since early 2025, Ukraine has wiped out nearly 10% of Russia's refining capacity, hitting diesel, jet fuel, and other essentials the Russian military can't fight without. Sanctions from the West have had limited bite. Russia sidestepped many through a shadow fleet of tankers and energy deals with India and China. But drones are a different kind of sanction, one that can't be bypassed. Destroyed refineries can't be replaced overnight. Every blast is a logistical nightmare for Russia's generals and an economic migraine for the Kremlin. The numbers reveal the damage. By mid-2025, Russia's oil revenue had already dropped 17% compared to last year, with projections showing a possible 20% plunge by year's end. And the effects aren't just economic, they're psychological. Every attack sparks panic online, with videos of massive explosions spreading across Russian social media. In Sochi, Terrified residents fled as fires raged, and the illusion of safety within Russia's borders cracked wide open. Ukraine's death by 1,000 cuts approach is working. Each strike drains Russia's military capacity, weakens its economy, and erodes public morale. As Ukraine's drone arsenal grows more advanced, these attacks will become even more frequent and more destructive. Putin's oil empire, once a pillar of strength, is now bleeding out. The Sochi and Voronezh strikes won't bring an overnight collapse, but they're part of a relentless campaign steadily pushing Russia toward economic instability. Ukraine knows it can't match Russia's manpower or tank production, but it doesn't have to. All it needs to do is keep the oil burning, and sooner or later, the gears of Putin's war will grind to a halt.